It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and ranking our top 100 cards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Now, I do want to preface this video by saying this is going to be a long one, guys. 100 cards to get through. If you missed out on any of the top 10 position lists, make sure to go watch those, check those out as well. But again, you're looking for any good budget ballers, you're looking for the best cards in the game, this video is going to be for you. Now, don't expect it to be perfect, because if I'm ranking 100 cards, it took me, I don't know, right around probably an hour to assemble this list. Again, probably not going to be perfect. I can't go one by one. Is this card better? Like, I tried getting them as good as I could, but again, if there is a player that's off like 10 or 20 spots, I do apologize for that. Without any further ado, let's start it off at we're at number 100 with Radiant D-Rob. Now, the reason I really want to mention Radiant D-Rob is because he was in the token market. Now, a lot of you guys are like, what, Ty? D-Rob was never in the token market. He was, but there was a limited number of him. Now, that's the only reason I want to mention him, really, because some people might have gotten him from that. Like, I think I got D-Rob maybe on my no money spent, not on my no money spent. I got him on my Xbox account, and that's the problem, because if I had him on my no money spent still, he could play, right? He's kind of a little bit outdated and not necessarily that best anymore. But again, D-Rob's still absolutely fantastic at number 100. At number 99, we're plugging in Dark Matter Dikembe Mutombo. Between D-Rob, it really is a preference based. I don't think you can go wrong either way, to be honest with you. 7'2", 7'6" wingspan for Big Dikembe. 36 base badges, 79 3 ball. The big thing for Dikembe, good release, good player model, player build. Can you green with that jump shot? It's really what it comes down to. You give him a 7 seconds coach. Whatever coach boosted 3 ball, definitely going to help this Dikembe out. I know a lot of people locked him in back in March, and he still makes the top 100, which is impressive to say the least. At number 98, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I had to plug in all of these cards. Kareem, D-Rob, as well as Dikembe Mutombo, because I'm a firm believer that all of these cards are deserving of being in the top 100. Now, not necessarily the best of the best, but again, all of these cards are pretty solid in general, right? When I see Kareem, I really don't see too many flaws. Again, 7'2", 7'5" wingspan. I do like his hotspots from both corners. 82 3 ball is pretty solid as well. So again, from top to bottom for me, I don't see too many downsides of Kareem in general. Now, again, that's my opinion. You guys probably will disagree with that, but I even feel like his release is really easy to time. It's not necessarily the best. I don't want to sit here and gas it, because there are better releases than Kareem, but it is easy to time, easy to green, and when it comes down to it, that is important, about as important as anything else in my personal opinion. At number 97, guys, we are going to plug in Chicken Man Bob. Bob Nedelecki in my team is 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, hot spots from everywhere on the court. 35 base Hall of Famers, 22 on gold. 93 3 ball, good inside scoring. Playmaking is good. 88 speed, good defensively. For me, he's a free card, and for that, you can't ask for much more than Bob. Do I think there are better free all-time rewards than Bob? Yes, I do. I do think his release, though, is something that everybody should really consider in my team, because the O'Shea base with the Duncan upper on very quick is one of the smoothest, easiest to green in the entire game. At number 90, where we at? 96. You guys are going to say I'm a little low on him. I don't care. Dark Matter Steve Smith. To me, he's a little outdated. I mean, I know people are going to be mad. Oh, well, Ty, are you serious about Steve Smith? For me, I mean, what is he really? He's an off-brand Tim Thomas. That's what he is. But for me, look, there's no, if you have Steve Smith, you can play him. If you have 1,000 tokens and you're just starting the game, he can play for you. I just don't think he's perfect. And a lot of it, to me, has to do with the Kyle Lowry size up. I do not like the Kyle Lowry size up, and I know some people do. I just, this year, for the entirety of the year, haven't really liked it. And that might be my fault. That might be my type of problem. But there's a reason I really didn't even like Invincible Braun, and it has to do with that Lowry size up. Everything else about Steve Smith is fine. That Lowry size up is bad. You guys might disagree, but coming in at number 5 for me, I have Lowry Markkanen. Here's the deal, guys. He's 7 feet tall at the small forward position. Whatever else you think about Lowry, that's your opinion. 7 feet, basically perfect stats, perfect badges. The only downfall to me is his release. I do think his release is a little slow, a little baited, but he has the iffy slide. He's got good dribble sigs. I mean, I honestly think Lowry is underrated at this stage, right? If you do get him for the 2,400 points and unlimited, he can play for you at either that power forward or a small forward position. I do like Lowry in my team at number 95. At number 94, we're plugging in Chicken Man Jack Sigma, one of the smoothest releases, not even smoothest, I would say one of the quicker releases at that power forward position in the entire game. Now, you guys might be like, well, Ty, why is he higher than Bob? He's just a little taller, right? That's really the only thing I can say. Hot spots from everywhere. 35 base badges, 19 on, or 35 Hall of Famers, 19 on gold. Really no flaws, right? Is he the best power forward in the game? No. Is he a free power forward that can go out there and compete for you guys? Absolutely. And for me, I've struggled to find a good backup power forward, and Jack Sigma has been about as good as anybody on my no money spent squad series. At number 93, we're plugging in Chicken Man Rudy. Now, this year more than ever, the Rudy upper has just been kind of slow. I don't know how else to phrase it, how else to say it. The upper definitely slows the releases down. It did with the interdimensional Luka as well as everything else, but it is really easy to grade. So if you are just starting the game, I think you're going to have a lot of success with Rudy in my team. Really good tendencies. Obviously normal, leaner MJ dribble style, day move by the back. A lot to like about Rudy in my team. At number 92, we're plugging in out of position Jimmy Butler, who I believe at this stage of my team, I don't want to say is slept on, but I'm going to say is slept on. 6'7", 6'8 wingspan. Again, hot spots from everywhere. 30 Hall of Famers, 30 on gold, 94 3-well, 95 driving, a good playmaking, speed defensively. There's really no flaws. If you want to not like Jimmy, it's probably because of how he moves on the offensive end of the court. But what I have said before, and I'll say it again, the game right now is ran by shooting guards. T-Mac, who you can get for 10K. Terry, who you can get for, 30K at this point. Tim Thomas is super cheap. If you want a point guard to pair alongside those guys, Jimmy Butler can do that for you guys at a pretty high level. 6'7", literally basically every defensive badge in the entire game. If you want a guy to guard T-Mac, to guard Tim Thomas, to guard all those guys, Jimmy Butler can do that as well. Coming in here at number 91, Chicken Man James Worthy. So I feel like when the all-time spotlights first came out, I was higher, I would say, on Bob than James Worthy. But as times went on, I think that's my mindset has switched. I like James Worthy more than Bob in my team. I think it has to do with the larger player amount of player builds. And James Worthy is chicken, man. This card greens more lightly than anybody else in my team. I don't know why he does, though. Asta slide, day move on the back, normal leaner. I just think there's so much to like about James Worthy in my team. And even if you compare his stats to Bob, which we can do for you guys here, I do believe James Worthy has the better stats as well. So for me, I think Worthy has a slight edge over Bob in my team. Cracking our top 90, we're plugging in Dark Matter Michael Finley, 6'7" to 6'10 wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 35 Hall of Famers. And I remember the hype when this card came out. To me, maybe I'm not high on him because he's an RNG reward. Maybe I'm not high on him because I hardly ever see him. But I just think, he's okay. He's only 6'7", though, and I think that hurts his value. You'll even see where I put Terry on this list. A lot of people might get mad. But if you're only 6'7" at this stage of my team, I don't even want to say it's a problem, but it's just like, what are we doing at this point, right? What are we doing if you're playing a guy that's 6'7" when Big Z is going to be at the shooting guard position? It's just tough to do. Michael Finley, really good release. I mean, really good movement. I can't complain at all about Michael Finley in my team. At number 89, we're plugging in Dark Matter Reggie Theus. Now, he's a collector level reward. So, if you just want to skip through Reggie Theus, here's the deal. He's fine, though. If you did do collector level, Reggie Theus is not bad. He's not bad. Is he great? No, because his dribble sigs are kind of horrible. But he's 6'7", decent release, basically perfect card. Again, not my favorite card. Pretty similar to like a Jimmy Butler, but maybe with a better release, in my opinion. At number 88, Dark Matter Invincible Kawhi Leonard. And the fact that Kawhi Leonard is invincible is down here at number 88, I think shows how strong of a list we are truly going to have. Because this Kawhi can play. He can absolutely play. When it came down to it, it was, for me, Kawhi or Michael Finley. And I'm like, I don't know. Both those cards are absolutely incredible, absolutely elite. I'm giving the slight edge to Kawhi. But again, both those cards can play at an extremely, extremely, extremely high level in my team. It really is preference-based. I'm gonna give this slight edge to Kawhi, but if you want to go with the other option in Michael Finley, I don't really care. At number 87, another shooting guard, Andre Kirilenko. I think AK might be the best out of all of them that I just mentioned, and that's why he is the highest. He's 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. And again, he's not perfect, but defensively he is. Has a great release, perfect defensively. I mean, dribble sigs, he's fine. He's 6'9", his movement's not the best. But I do think AK at this stage is borderline overlooked, right? And that's a good thing for everybody who does like AK in my team. At number 86, we're plugging in Hero Thurl Bailey. Now, a lot of people are like, what? Thurl Bailey made your top 100? Absolutely. Thurl Bailey is chicken man in my team. He's 6'11" at that small forward position. Let me ask you guys this, okay? What is there for me not to like about Thurl Bailey? He does everything I need him to do on the court. If you don't like Thurl Bailey, I think that's a your problem, and I think you should look into why you specifically don't like him, because I absolutely love this card, and he's done nothing but good things for me and my team. At number 85, we're plugging in Hero Turkoglu, 6'10" to 6'11" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. Great badge-wise, good release, and he's 6'10". I mean, that's all you really need to know. Good release, good badge-wise, and he's 6'10". Everything else is just icing on the cake with this card, and I mean that when I say that. Literally everything else with this Hero Turkoglu is icing on the cake. If you get his release down, it is kind of difficult to get down because of the upper. You are going to absolutely enjoy this card. At number 84, we're plugging in interdimensional Tim Thomas. Now, a lot of people might be like, what, Ty? This is low for Tim Thomas. And I get it if that's your mindset. I absolutely get it, because I love Tim Thomas in his own right. I think I'm probably higher on Tim Thomas than nearly anybody else in the community, right? Especially the Hero one, who I absolutely love and adore, because he's done so many great things for me. But the problem is, this Tim Thomas leaves a lot to be desired on the defensive end of the court, right? I know he's 6'10", and so he can make up for some things, but other than that, his stats, his badges on the defensive end of the court just leave a little too much to be desired, in my opinion, on that end of the court. So that's why I can't be any higher on Tim Thomas. I think the card is fine. I think you can use him and have a lot of success with him, but I think at number 84 is a good spot for him. At number 83, we're plugging in Dark Matter Anthony Black, 6'7", 6'11" wingspan, good frame. And I think with him, it all starts with the John Stockton base, Rudy upper on very quick, smooth release, normal leaner, MJ dribble style, D-Rose size of Asta slide, day move on the back. Like, his dribble sigs are really, really good. The problem is there's just another next point guard that's better than him, and we'll get to him eventually when we talk about him, who I think is a slightly better version of an Anthony Black. Both the cards are good. Both the cards can compete at a high level. Anthony Black, I tried him out on my No Money Spent, and he was pretty solid. I have absolutely no complaints about the card, because, again, when I used him, I definitely did like him. I do believe at number 83 is a good spot for him. At number 82, we're plugging in Invincible Manu Ginobili, who I gotta be honest with you guys, and again, this is honesty hour for me, okay? I do not love Manu in my team. That's not me saying I hate him. It's just me saying I don't love him. I do think there are overall better point guards in my team. And to me, it all just happens with the Karis LeVert with the Rudy upper. I think that release, to me, is just a little on the slower side of things, where I would like it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying you can use it, because I do like the fact that the Karis LeVert base isn't just your typical KPJ. It's something different. D-Book leaner as well. I know some people like it. I'm just not a fan. I just do not love Manu in my team. Honestly, I prefer Anthony Black, but I guess Manu's an invincible. We'll put him above the man with the plan. DeMarcus Cousins in here at 81. I'm going to be honest with you. Boogie's base is good. I really love the Montrezl Harrell base. If you watch my Ben Wallace gameplay, if you go watch the Anderson Varejao gameplay, you're going to notice, wow, Ty really grains a lot with these cards. It's because that base is absolutely elite in my team. I'm not trying to gas it. It's absolutely elite. Normally in a really good dribble sigs as well. DeMarcus Cousins' player model is so wide. He's 270 pounds. That's basically two of me. Okay, not quite. I don't want you guys making jokes about me being 135. But that's a big body for DeMarcus Cousins. Dude can get it done as an invincible. And I feel like nobody is really talking about him. And again, he is not bad at all. Cracking our top 80. And I just realized, I do not think I put Scottie Pippen on the list. Okay, so Scottie Pippen, would honestly probably be in around here too. So at number 80, we'll plug in both Scottie Barnes and Scottie Pippen, because again, do believe I forgot Scottie Pippen. I don't know how. I feel like I put nearly every invincible in. I must have just overlooked Scottie Pippen. Scottie Barnes, encore card, 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, nearly an invincible stats, badge-wise really solid. Really comes down to the Garland base. The Scottie upper does slow it down quite a bit, but it's fine in my team. Do like him because he's 6'8" and is going to compete defensively. Scottie Pippen, again, I'm going to say it like this. He's cheap, I believe, or I wonder if that locker code for the free invincibles is still available. You guys should go check that out. But if you got Scottie Pippen out of there, he is a really solid 3-and-D option. He's not, his dribble sigs aren't going to blow you away. They're just not. But his release is fantastic. He's going to play lots of defense for you, and he's got the normal leaner. I think the pros outweigh the cons with Scottie Pippen. He just came out, what, May 26th, a very long time ago. At number 79, we're plugging in invincible Jason Tatum. When he first came out, I wasn't very high on him, but again, he's got that Montrezl Harrell base. I can't emphasize that base enough. That's a great release in my team. Okay, I would go as far as saying I probably like the Montrezl Harrell base more than anything else. JT leaner definitely is troll. So if you're wanting to shoot leaners, the Jason Tatum leaner, let me tell you, it is not good in my team. But everything else about the card is fine. You know, day movement at the back is good. I love his jump shot. He's just undersized at that small forward position. At number 78, we're plugging in Dark Matter Anderson Varejao. Now, when this card first came out, I said he was better than endgame Tim Duncan. That's not true. Okay, it's not true. Because the more I've used Anderson Varejao, the more I'm just like I like his release, but I just think he's, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. I feel like he plays like he doesn't play as well as he should. I don't know. I tried him on the no money spent and I like the card. He's just undersized, man. And I feel like he gets no stops against Taco and Yao. And that really bugged me when I did play him with him on my no money spent. He would probably be higher if I wouldn't have lost with him on the no money spent at Squad X series, but it is what it is. At number 77, out of position Ron Artest, who I feel like nobody is talking about now. Now look at his defensive stats. Basically 99 everything, perfect defensively, Hall of Fame range. He does come with the Markelle Fultz base on very quick. Now again, Rudy Upper does slow it down, but I feel like for a lot of you guys out there that might be struggling with how quick the endgame releases are, you'll really love Ron Artest, and I think the card is like 5,000 MT. So, I mean, if you are struggling with some of the endgames, look no further than Mr. Ron Artest in my team. At number 76, endgame Steph Curry. Now here's the deal. I know a lot of people struggle with Steph Curry, okay? And I get that. But does that mean Steph Curry is a bad player in my team? No, that does not mean he's bad. A week ago, I had him in my top 10 point guards. Problem is, since then, we've seen a lot of better point guards. So, I mean, at this stage, he is a little bit lower. But I still don't mind Steph in my team. I mean, I don't play him all the time on my no money spent because there is another guy who I think is about Steph's level that I'll play. But I think if you are no money spent and you can get that end game's release down, I don't hate Steph Curry at all, and I think you guys probably should be playing him in my team. At number 75, we're plugging in big Galaxy Opal Marc Gasol, 7'1", 7'4" wingspan. You need a budget big. Marc Gasol is a great option. Is he my favorite option? No, because against Taco, against Yao, against Manute, he is still going to get mashed. But he's got such a smooth release. Good dribble sigs, normal leaner, defensively he's okay. I wish he had more total badges. That's one thing that really does bug me. But his player model's good. 7'1", 7'4" wingspan. It's hard to ask for much more than Marc Gasol can give you. At number 74, invincible Carmelo Anthony. 6'8", 7-foot wingspan. 55 base Hall of Famers. 8 on gold. He's got everything you can ask for. Now here's the deal. The reason I've never really liked Melo this year is because I'm a firm believer that his release is so inconsistent. If you get his release down, do what you got to do with Melo. Honestly, if you get his release down, you can still use Melo to this day. I just struggle with it more than I probably should. At number 73, Dark Matter Jonathan Isaac. Talk about a release I don't struggle with. It's this Dark Matter Jonathan Isaac. It's straight up and down, easy to time, easy to green. Is it the quickest release in my team? No, but he's 6'11", 7'2" wingspan. Again, hot spots from everywhere. Perfect stat-wise, perfect badge-wise. And again, that release is one I am a pretty big fan of. At number 72, a card I really don't love, Invincible Chris Bosh. 6'11", 7'3" wingspan, hot spots for everywhere. So you guys might be like, Ty, why do you not love invincible Chris Bosh? Well, I mean, what does he really do on the court? Chris Bosh based on very quick. I mean, I guess normal leaner, decent dribble six. I guess I'm just saying, what is there really to look at with Chris Bosh? I don't know. I don't really see too much with the card. At number 71, endgame Dwayne Wade. Now with Wade, with Steph, they're going to be some of your best offensive cards in the entire game. The problem is they're just undersized. Like 6'4" for Dwayne Wade, at least he has a longer wingspan. But again, he's undersized. He has all of the endgame sticks, all the endgame animations. So you know what you're getting. Again, he's only 6'4" though. So if you want to put D-Wade higher, do what you got to do. Just remember, you're talking to somebody in me who I love defense more than anybody else. So D-Wade compared to even, let's say, like Ben Simmons, you know where I'm going to stack up on that debate. At number 70, Jabari Smith Jr. JT Thorbase on very quick, normal leaner, really solid Asta slide. I feel like I've not used Jabari Smith Jr. at all. And so it's kind of wrong of me to not use a card, okay? And like I've never used a card and to have an opinion on him, but he's at number 70 for me. I like his release. I think his player model is going to leave a little bit to be desired. Can we talk about what he's doing in Summer League? I know it's Summer League, but Jabari Smith Jr. is doing it in Summer League. We need to be talking about it. At number 69, it's only fitting. Grady D at number 69, 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 63 base badges, 40 on Hall of Fame, 98 3-ball, good speed. Again, look at the overall card. It's hard to get much better than Grady can give you. Now again, stat-wise, the 82 block might worry you, might concern you, but he's got KCP, Vince Upper on very quick, perfect dribble sigs. I like Grady in my team, and I think he can get the job done at a very high level. At number 68, we're plugging in bad Kristaps Porzingis, or I shouldn't even say bad, okay? I'm just going to say off-brand, okay? He's not the invincible KP, but he is nearly just as good. 7'3", 7'6" wingspan. If you give him the right shoe, the right coach, KP on very quick, he's not going to dribble that much anyway. He is literally basically the same as the invincible KP. I'm just throwing it out there. I've used both cards, and trust me, there's not much difference. If you can get this KP for cheap, he is a really solid budget big in my team. At number 67, we're plugging in Big Ben Wallace. Invincible Ben Wallace, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, 62 base badges, 55 on Hall of Fame. You guys might be saying Big Ben over KP, that's crazy. And you know what? It kind of is. I apologize for being crazy. But again, Montrezl Harrell base, he's got the Oscar upper, Francis size of Oscar slide, normal leaner. Look, he's not tall. But everything else that Ben Wallace gives me on the court, I am a big time fan of. At number 66, we're plugging in invincible LaMelo Ball, 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 61 base badges, 55 on Hall of Fame. Here's the deal, okay? LaMelo Ball base, very quick, is good. I just hate this LaMelo Ball size up. And I know you guys are probably in the same boat. That LaMelo Ball size up is horrible. It is horrible. It is horrible. It is horrible. The LaMelo Ball size up is horrible. It is horrible. It is horrible. I don't know who needs to hear it. It is a dog water size up in my team. And it ruins cards. Even with Manute Ball. Manute's perfect, okay? Outside of that size up. The size up is horrible in my team. Everything else about LaMelo, I honestly don't mind. Okay? At number 65. Invincible LeBron James. Now look. I'll be the first to tell you. I don't love Bron. And if you want to take Steve Smith over Bron, I'm not going to complain. Not even going to debate it. But in my opinion, I think LeBron, because of his player model and player build, gives you more in the court. 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. Again, he's an invincible. Has every badge basically in the entire game. So what's there not to like about Bron? That's the big time question. He has the Kyle Korver base. Why'd they ever give the Kyle Korver base to Bron? I don't know. I don't love his dribble sigs either. I just like his player model, and I like the way he plays defense. Asar Thompson coming in at number 64, 6'7", 7-foot wingspan. Here's the deal. He's one of the best primary ball handlers in the entire game. O'Shea base on very quick. MJ dribble style. He comes with the D-Rose size of Asta slide. Dave move at the back. Normal leaner. A lot of people are going to argue AK-47 over Asur, and I don't mind it. I'm just saying Asur is going to move better for you on the court. AK is going to be better defensively. AK probably should be in this type of range instead of down where I had him, but it is what it is. Walker Kessler coming in here at number 63. I know when I did the gameplay of Walker Kessler, I might have said I don't love Walker Kessler. I don't rate him that highly. highly, and that still holds true. I don't love Walker Kessler. I don't rate him that highly. 7 feet tall, 7'4" wingspan, out spots forever, 55 olive favors. The Chris Paul base on very quick, I don't love it. So, it's why Chris Bosh is where he was at. Walker Kessler's a little bit taller, but again, I do not love the card in my team. At number 62, Chicken Man Doug Christie. Doug Christie in my team, I do believe, I said it when he came out, is better than LaMelo Ball. And I still hold true to that. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan, out spots from everywhere, 55 base badges, 40 on Hall of Fame. What's there not to like about Doug Christie? Francis Siza, Oscar Slide, Dame by the back, LaMelo base, Oscar upper on very quick. What's there not to like about Doug Christie? Yes, I wish he was a little bit taller, right? As I do with basically everybody. But everything else about Doug Christie, I am a massive, massive, massive fan of. At number 61, Elton Brand's Invincible card. Pascal base on very quick, Kukoc upper is troll, Trey Leaner, MJ dribble style, Rose size up, Oscar Slide. To me, I don't have Elton Brand. But I'm telling you, when I get him, he is going to be moving for me. I'm excited to get Elton Brand. And imagine this. 6'9", 254 pounds. Kind of reminds me of DeMarcus Cousins with that player model. I'm excited to get Elton Brand because I'm actually going to probably complete triple threat offline this season if they continue with these weekly events, which I'm praying they do, because say what you want about the T-Mac event and the unauctionables, I think it's been a massive W for people just able to kind of build their MT count up. At number 60, Amen Thompson. This is the card that I think is way better, not way better, but definitely better than Anthony Black in my team. Obviously, both cards can compete, both cards can play. Give me Amen Thompson, though. 6'7", 7'4" wingspan, out spots from everywhere. 6'2" base badges. Again, basically perfect defensively. Has the D-Rose base and very quick. Trey Leaner, Francis Size, Asta Slide. It's a lot to like with Amen Thompson in general at number 60. At number 59, Invincible Devin Booker. I actually used this card the other day, and I really like him. I don't love the D-Book Leaner, okay? That's the one thing I don't love about him. But everything else about Devin Booker, I can get behind. I can get behind his Invincible, can get behind his release, can get behind his defense. D-Book at number 59. At number 58, Dark Matter Terry Dishinger. And I know people are going to get mad at me, but this is where I've got him. I think his defense leaves a lot to be desired. I know his release is good. I know his leaner is good. But man, we've got to put this Terry card to rest. I mean, we've got to. There are certain people in the community that live and die with Terry. But man, until we get a new one, I think we've got to put him to rest. I just don't see it anymore with Terry, but that's my opinion. Some people still live by him. He comes in at 58 for me. At number 57. Dark Matter Anthony Edwards, 6'5", 6'9" wingspan. I know at one time I had Doug Christie higher than Ant. My opinion's kind of changing. Why? Both of them have good releases. Ant's maybe going to be better defensively. And he's Anthony Edwards. So my Timberwolves bias is going to be there. I don't like the Kyle Lowry size up. Everything else I like about him. Trey Leaner, 6'5", can move and groove. I mean, what's there not to like about Ant-Man in my team? You guys can tell me. I will listen to you. But he's Anthony Edwards, and I'm a Timberwolves fan. I'm going to gas the card in general. Card I really don't know where to put. I'm putting him at 56 is Jerry Stackhouse. People have been saying this card is horrible. This card isn't good. I don't know. People don't like the Justin Holiday base or Justin Holiday upper. I don't know. CJ McCollum sides. I don't know. I don't have him yet on either account, so I don't think I can have a real opinion. So if I'm wrong on this, let me know down below in the comments. But for now, he's at number 56. Number 55. Invincible Cade Cunningham. This is a card that I think is good. It's just tough with all of the new point guards that have came out. Because a week ago, I'd have probably had Cade and maybe in my top 40, right? I really probably would have. 6'8", 7'1" wingspan, out spots forever, 55 Hall of Famers, 8 on gold. Deal for Cade, Dono base, leaves a lot to be desired. Everything else about the card is fine. The Donovan Mitchell base is just not great. Number 54 is Invincible Lamar Odom. I feel like everybody gassed Lamar Odom when he came out. I don't love this card. And I said it during my gameplay. I don't love him. I think he's fine. I think he's good. I just don't love him. His release is good. Don't love his movement. Okay, I definitely don't love his movement. I don't know. Kyrie size up is so troll at this point of the game. I don't see it with the Lamar Odom. I know a lot of people do. I'm not one of them. At number 53, Kenyon Martin. He's got full space, Oscar upper on very quick, normal leaner, MJ dribble style. He's got a lot going for him. Problem is he's only 6'9". Throw him right in there with Elton Brand. They're just undersized small forwards in my team that are tough to use at this stage. Number 52, Invincible Evan Mobley, 7 feet tall, 7'4" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 55 Hall of Famers, 8 on gold, 63 base badges. Herald base, Sadiq Upper, speeds the Herald base up a little bit. Not super easy to green. Normal Asta slide, Trey Leaner. I think he's underrated. If you got him in the locker code, I'd still be playing Mobley to this day, as I do on my Xbox account. At number 51, Invincible Penny Hardaway, 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere on the court. Here's the deal. I mean, to me, he's a better Amen Thompson. D-Rose base, very quick, normal leaner, Francis size, Basta slide. He's a better Amen Thompson. I think that's as simple as I can put it. That's as easy as I can put it. Penny Hardaway at number 51. We're just over 30 minutes into this thing as we do hop into our top 50, starting with Invincible Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'll probably start speeding it up when we do get to the bunch of end games because, I mean, again, end games are basically all going to have the same sig, so just briefly be talking about their movement, stuff like that. I still think Invincible Giannis is good to this day. He's long, he's lengthy, he's solid. Giannis at number 50. At number 49, Jalen Williams. I think he's underrated. Karis LeVert base, Kukoc upper on very quick, Trey Leaner, MJ dribble style, Asta slide at 6'6". His movement's good as well. He's not my favorite shooting guard in the game. And again, not a card I'd necessarily recommend, but I do think he's underrated and underappreciated in my team, and I think this card is too. 48, Arvydas Sabonis. Talk about a card that I absolutely love. It's this card right now, right here. Now, I know a lot of people might struggle with Sabonis' release, and I get that. If you struggle with his release, kind of ruins the card, right? Robert Williams base, fine. Kyle Anderson upper stinks. Does get the normal leaner, Asta slide as well, but he's a three, I can't even say three. He's a 3 player in my team. But he's long. So, I mean, I can say D because he's going to get stops on my dude. He's going to get the occasional stop on Yao. And that's why I like Arvydas Sabonis. Yes, his stats aren't great. But when it comes down to it, he has the important badges, has everything he needs, in my opinion, at number 48. Number 47, Invincible Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 7'2", 7'5" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. It's crazy that Arvydas Sabonis and Kareem are this close. It's kind of troll. I probably should maybe have Kareem higher or Arvydas lower. But Arvydas is taller, which does matter. Kareem, chicken man. Yeah, I know his release is slow, but he is chicken man in my team. He's going to get you stops, play good defense. I like Kareem more at center than power forward, which is just kind of a tough kind of predicament, but it's my opinion on it. I do think Kareem is really solid. Maybe a card you guys should look at if he ever does get extremely cheap in my team. At number 46, Invincible Larry Bird, who I personally do have because I did complete the trophy case on my Xbox account. Now, does that make the trophy case worth it? No, the trophy case still was not worth it. But Larry Legend, Eric Pascal base, what makes it good, the Caleb up are absolutely chicken. Trey Young, leaner, MJ dribble style, Kyrie moving step back is troll, no Infi, no Asta. But Larry Bird still really, really solid in my team. Number 45, Invincible Grant Hill. The thing about Grant Hill that is troll is the pro size up escape. Everything else is good. Seth Curry base is smooth. D-Rose size is smooth. Asta slide, normal leaner. Everything else is smooth. It's just, what are we doing, Grant Hill? Why? Like, why? That's all I can really say. Why? Why, Grant Hill? Why? I don't understand it. I don't understand the pro size. Everything else I really do like about the card. At number 44, Dark Matter Invincible Dale Ellis. Chicken Man Dale Ellis, whose base is very quick, normal leaner, MJ dribble style, Asta slide. Lot to like about Dale Ellis. Not much not to like. I mean, in general, 61 base badges, 6'7", can move, has a good release. But the thing I like about Dale Ellis is, again, let's say you're struggling with the end games release. Dale Ellis is a card. If you can get him, he is the RNG online reward. You're not going to miss with him if you do struggle with how quick the end games are, because Dale's is a little bit slower, a little bit easier to green, and a release a lot of people do like. At number, where are we at? 43. Wreck-It Ralph Sampson, 7'4", 7'8" wingspan, massive player model, 82 3-ball, 85 speed, just defensively absolutely elite. His release is really slow, really baited, but it's a high enough 3-ball that you ultimately can green with it. Hall of Fame catch and shoot, again, great defensively. In general, just a really solid overall card in my team with 43 base badges that you guys can use to compete against the Tacos and Yaos of the world. At number 42, Radiant Trace McGrady. Now, when we talk about the longevity reward, he's not going to win it, but man, he's going to be in that discussion this year, because let me talk to you. 6'8", 7'2" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. 97 three ball, 96 speed, 96 lateral quickness. The underrated part about this T-Mac is how good he was defensively. Easiest release in the entire game, 2 green, Asta, or normal leaner, not the Asta slide. Does have the day movement on the back. The T-Mac slide, or the Steph size up escape, I should say, which I call it the T-Mac slide because it's the Ty slide. Look, I love this T-Mac. He'll always have a special place in my heart, no matter what. Number 41, Invincible Magic Johnson, 6'9", a 7-foot wingspan, 55 base Hall of Famers, 8 on gold. Invincible Magic, I feel like is underrated just for the sole fact of his release is always going to be baited. So until he gets that end game jump shot, he's just going to have that baited release. It's the way it is. I don't make the rules. Does have the Francis size up, no Asta slide. I mean, he's fine in my team. The one thing about Magic Johnson is his pass style is always horrible. He throws the worst passes, and it can, lead to turnovers, and that can just be really extremely frustrating in my team. At number 40, we're plugging in Endgame Bill Russell, your ultimate reward for the Spotlight grind. Now, I know a lot of people didn't necessarily love the whole Spotlight reward, the Spotlight grind, all that stuff, and I get it, man. I definitely do get it because, look, KD's smooth. I mean, Boncaro's smooth, but, I mean, those cards are both auctionable. Bill Russell was your ultimate reward, and he's just a little undersized. His movement's good. Release, obviously, is good. He's just undersized in my team. At number 39, we're plugging in out of position to Kevin Garnett. Good release, good movement. I mean, here's the deal with KG. He's got, I feel like because of his upper, his release is super chick in my team too. I mean, 6'11", good frame. Obviously not going to play your primary ball handler. I think he's better at the 3 than the 2, but I mean, for coming out on April 21st, still this high is extremely impressive in my team. At number 38, Endgame Tim Duncan. Again, I know I once said Verjao was better than Tim Duncan. It's just not true. Tim Duncan's going to be way better defensively than Verjao, and that's just a big thing for me. I mean, again, Endgame Sigs, Endgame Release, you know what you're getting out of Tim Duncan. Just not necessarily that next level good in my team. At number 37, Interdimensional Luka Doncic. Now, before all the endgame started coming out, this was your best primary point guard ball handler in the entire game. Had the infi slide, which is the Luka moving step back, KPJ, Rudy Upper, I'm very quick. Rudy Upper did slow it down. Trey leaner though, MJ dribble style. It's good movement, good release, just good overall card in my team. 6'7", 6'8" wingspan. Just was overall extremely, extremely impressive. At number 36, a card I still have never used, Andrea Bargnani. Belly base, mellow upper, has to be so quick in my team. Normal leaner, MJ dribble style, Asta slide. This card's got to be good in my team. If you can green with it. Again, I do think that release is going to be really fast in my team. But I think this card has the potential to be absolutely at number 36. 7 feet tall. Probably better at the 4 than the 3 just because of the height thing. But again, really solid overall card in my team. If you get him, probably would use him. At number 35, Mark Eaton Dark Matter Encore card. Look, here's the deal with Mark Eaton. Very similar to Ralph Sampson. They're long, they're lengthy. Mark Eaton's going to have a quicker release. Not as easy to, not as, high of a 3 ball. But both cards very good. Do think Mark Eaton is better at number 35. At number 34, Endgame Joel Embiid. And a lot of people are going to be mad that he's this low. But my whole thing with Joel Embiid is I just don't think he's as good as Shaq. I don't think he's as good as Endgame D-Rob, and that's why he's where he's at. He's good, though, guys. He's good. All of these Endgame cards are good and can play at that power forward position. We just got a lot of them at this stage. Tim Duncan, Bill Russell, D-Rob, Shaq. Do you want me to keep going? Like, we've got so many good cards in my team. It just comes down to preference. And for me, I just think there are overall better movement cards than Joel Embiid in my team. At number 33, we're plugging in Titans Ben Simmons. You guys can think I'm trolling all this stuff. Here's the deal. His defense is going to be immaculate. He's 6'11". You get him a shoe and a coach. The 3 ball can get into the mid or upper 80s. Give him the right shooting badges. What more do you need out of this Ben Simmons? And you can probably find a souped up Ben Simmons for relatively cheap. I think he's maybe your best budget option as far as point guard position goes in my team. At number 32, Artis Gilmore. Now, you guys can say I'm trolling for having him higher than Joel Embiid, but I'm going to say it like this. Artis is taller than Embiid, and that's really what runs the game right now. And Artis is free, so is Joel Embiid, but I've got Artis, and I love the card, right? If Yao needs a break for a bit, I can put Artis in the game, and I can trust him to hold it down for me. And not a lot of cards other than Artis are going to be able to do that at that high of a level. At number 31, we're plugging in interdimensional bull 7'2", 7'7" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 30 base badges, 19 on gold. If you've been watching my No Money Spent Squad series, you know how good Bull it really is. I know I've still been losing just because, I don't know, man. People be tough with the end game cards, and again, if they just got Yao, they got Manute, makes it really tough on me. But Bull tries to hold it down, and offensively is a massive problem as well. And again, defensively, he's 7'2". It's tough to compete against a guy like that. Invincible Shaq coming in here at number 30, 7'1", 7'7" wingspan. I think this card is still absolutely elite. And I know a lot of people bought this card. And so for that, bought him and have him as an unauctionable. I'm still going to tell you, this Shaq is absolutely elite. Cracking my top 30, 99 everything. Comes down to the Hero base wall upper. I absolutely love that base. It's so tough to stop. It's so easy to green. It's that good in my team. Out of position, Jokic coming in here at number 29. Probably could have had the, endgame invincible Jokic, the playoffs card that does Evo 2, basically an invincible, in here in like the 80s or 70s range. Here's the deal with Jokic. He's 6'11" at the point guard position. Difference between him and Ben is he can green and he's got a way easier release to green. I picked this card up on the No Money Spent Squad series, and he's done nothing but be a net positive for me. I'm in love with Jokic cards in my team at that point guard position. At number 28, endgame Kobe Bryant, 6'6", 6'11" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. Here's the deal with Kobe. He's an endgame card, so if you can green with that release, you're going to like him because his movement is absolutely elite. Other than that, though, he's Kobe Bryant in my team, okay? I mean, you like Kobe, go ahead and use him. At number, I'm just going to go back to back. I had him separated, but I'm going to go back to back. Whatever I just said about Kobe Bryant, the same thing goes for Michael Jordan. Okay? It's that simple. It's that easy. They are literally the same cards. They're going to have the same SIGs, the same stats, the same badges. The only difference is going to be what they look like on the court. That's it. They're the same card in my team at number 27 and 28. At number 26, Pink Diamond Taco Fall. Now, this is crazy because he came out on March 17th. And he is still a top 26 card in the entire game. And you could put him at 25, and I don't care, man. Taco Fall is so good in my team. And there's going to be people that say, oh, Taco sucks, Ty. His stats suck. You know what? His stats do suck. But guess what I've said 100 times in this video? I'm going to say it again. Height runs my team. And until you guys prove me wrong, he's in here at number 26. At number 25, Galaxy Opal Zydrunas Ilgauskas, 7'3", 7'6" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 17 Hall of Famers, 27 on gold, 94 3 ball, 74 speed, 78 lateral quickness. Love this card. Great release, good height. Big Z at that small forward position is one of the best options you can go with. Just not quite as good as Boncaro, in my opinion, who does come in at number 24. Now, between Boncaro, obviously Big Z, it's preference-based. Boncaro's an endgame. You know what you're going to get. The one thing I don't like about Boncaro is you can't do the behind-the-back misdirection, which really bugs me. Is it that big of a deal? No. But it definitely does bug me in my team. At number 23, Invincible Kristaps Porzingis. I know I once said that there's not that big of a difference between the Invincible KP and the 16-bit KP. That is still true, okay? I still do believe that. So don't just be like, oh, what's that? You put 16-bit KP way lower. And no, Invincible KP is going to be better just because he's overall better defensively. It just better stat-wise. It's that simple, that easy. Both cards are extremely good. Invincible KP is obviously better. Next, Wemby here coming in at number 22. 7'5", 8-foot wingspan. Say what you say. He's basically a better Taco, is how I'd phrase it for Wemby. I mean, I don't necessarily love Wemby's release. That's kind of a me problem, though. I got to get the hang of it again, because when I first used it, I was chick with him. Again, I kind of lost my touch with him, but I do love Wemby in my team, coming in at number 22. At number 21, Hero Ben Simmons, 6'11", 7-foot wingspan. You might ask, Ty, why do you like Ben Simmons? He's 6'11" and is the best rim running point guard in the entire game. I don't care what people say. There's not going to be any better rim running point guard than Ben Simmons. Dunks on everybody. Rarely gets blocked. Rarely misses dunks. I love Ben in my team. Cracking our top 20, Chet Holmgren, definitely in my opinion not worth his price, never has been, never will be. But if you locked him in, you got an absolutely incredible small forward with a great release and great stats in my team. I think the underrated part about Chet is his stats are basically that of an invincible, outside of the strength rating, which you can give him a shoe and it'd be just fine. PJ Tucker based chick, on very quick, normally in MJ dribble style. Everything to like about Chet in my team. Opal Yao coming in here at number 19. Opal Yao is extremely solid in my team. There's no other way to say it. 7'6", 7'9" wingspan, hotspots from both quarters. Has one of the easier releases to green in the entire game. I'll say it, a lot of the releases on quick are easier to green. And honestly, the speed difference isn't that much. Like, even when I used the Galaxy Opal Yao in the No Money Spent Squad series, I had a lot of success grading shots with him and rarely ever missed with him. Coming in at number 19. Number 18, Hero Bulbul, 7'2", 7'7" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere, 40 Hall of Famers, 16 on gold. One of my favorite overall cards to use this year in my team. I honestly believe he's so underrated on the offensive end of the court. I just feel like people didn't use him, so nobody really talked about him. But he is a cheeseball offensively. Let me tell you guys. At number 17, Dark Matter Rick Smits. Still waiting on 2K to decide to put him in the token market, because if they do, man, everybody would be super thrilled, super happy, because this card, one of the best overall centers we do have in my team right now. Obviously, centers are bound to get better releases and be super tall when we do get the endgame tacos, stuff like that soon. For now, Rick Smits is in here at number 17. At number 16, Hero Tim Thomas, a card who I absolutely love, absolutely adore. And if you've been, in tune to my channel, you know that 40 Hall of Famers, 18 on gold, hotspots from everywhere, just nearly a perfect card in my team. If you can get his release down, that's a big if, you're gonna absolutely love and adore Tim Thomas in my team. At number 15, Invincible Tracy McGrady, 6'8", 7'2" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere, 55 Hall of Famers, 8 on gold. Perfect stats, perfect badges, perfect release. No slander towards T-Mac. The card is absolutely elite. Thing is, at number 14, I've got Danny Granger, who I slightly like better than T-Mac. Now, again, that's my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with me. You guys, again, that's why I make these videos, and it's always in my opinion. I like Granger more than T-Mac. I absolutely love this Caleb upper on the card. He's going to compete defensively as well at 6'9". At number 13, Hero Jokic, who I do like more than Hero Ben. I still think you can make the debate. He is your best point guard in my team. You can make that debate. I don't personally believe that, but I do think you can make that debate. Nearly perfect stats. I think his release is quick enough if you get it down. I love Jokic in my team. One of my biggest regrets is on my Xbox account, I had a 64 half Jokic point guard hero. I regret selling that more than you guys know. At number 12, we're plugging in Endgame Shaquille O'Neal. So for all you guys that say Invincible Shaq's better than Endgame Shaq, I don't necessarily agree with that. You can have that opinion though, because obviously his release is better. Endgame Shaq has the tray leaner, better dribble 6. In my opinion, he's just overall better with a wide player model player build. Definitely like the card at number 12. At number 11, I've got D-Rob. You can swap them. The only difference is going to be their player model, player build, and movement, right? They all have the same 6. D-Rob's going to move better because he's lighter. Shaq's going to be wider because he weighs more. Who do you like more? It's preference based. I slightly prefer David Robinson. At number 10, Dark Matter Yao Ming, not the hero version, this version of Dark Matter Yao, Titans Yao, 7'6", 7'9" wingspan, just gonna be slightly better than Galaxy Opal Yao, slightly worse than Hero Yao. He comes in at number 10. I do think, you could argue Rick Smits is better than this Yao. I just don't necessarily agree with that. Yao, good release, decent movement. Card I really do rate in my team. At number 9 and number 8, we got Luka Doncic and Jimmy Butler. They go hand in hand. Put whoever you want at number 8, put whoever you want at number 9. I don't really care. They are the exact same card in my team. Exact same 6, exact same animations. You guys can tell me, what is the difference? Who do you like more? It's the exact same card. Don't even get it twisted. At number 7, at number 6, we got Rashard Lewis and Kevin Durant. Again, same 6, basically the same wingspan. Put whoever you want higher, whoever you want lower. I would say I don't necessarily love KD's movement this year. That's just me and my personal opinion. I do think there is a shooting guard who I'm going to get to right now at number 6, or at number 5, who I just like a little more than these two cards, and that's Paul George. Again, all these cards can have the exact same 6, exact same animations. I just think Paul George moves better than KD. I think he moves better than Rashard Lewis. That's why I got him at number 5, but again, he is an endgame. You know what 6 he's going to have. At number 4, endgame Bron. Basically the same as Paul George, 6'9", endgame 6. You know what you're getting. The reason I mostly like LeBron, the reason I like LeBron so much, that's how I'd phrase it, is because of the defense he's gonna play. He's 6'9", wide player model, wide player build, and he's LeBron James, who always I swear, gets just insanely good defensive animations. At number 3, Hero Yao, 7'6", 7'9" wingspan, outspots from everywhere, 40 out of favor, 7 on gold, perfect 3-ball. Get him a speed shoe, coach. Everything else takes care of itself for Yao. Card is absolutely magnificent in my team, 7'6", 7'9" wingspan. Again, just a card that is absolutely elite. At number 2, Dark Matter Manute Bull, 7'7", 8'5" wingspan, outspots from everywhere. I still make the case Manute Bull runs the game in my team. I know people are going to disagree with me, but I really am a firm believer it's tough to beat Manute Bull. I'm a firm believer in that. Limitless range. His release is easy to green. Not necessarily the quickest, but easy to green. MJ dribble style, normal leaner. I mean, this card is absolutely elite. And no surprise, at number 1, Invincible Wemby is my overall best card in my team. Did y'all see Wemby's Summer League game, man? He was hooping last night. Shout out to all the people that... I'm personally... Look, I'm not in the hype up Wemby. I don't think he's going to be dog water. I'm in the boat of, I need Wemby to show me something, right? Everybody's like, believe your eyes, all this stuff. The NBA is different, so we'll see how Wemby does translate. But, I mean, I'm not going to lie. He was hooping last night. And defensively, he is an absolute menace. He is the overall best card in NBA 2K23 by my team right now. Let me know down below in the comments. I know there's going to be a lot of feedback to this tier list. I'm open to all of it. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Yes, Allen Iverson missed the tier list. You can cry if you got him. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.